What's up, everyone, and welcome to As Seen on TV Podcast presents Big Brother, episode 13. Yeah, season 16. July 23rd, if I remember correctly. That's the right date, right? Yes. Anyway, I'm your host, Dom. With me, I have my co-hosts, Erika.
Hello.
And Luke. Where'd all your hair go?
Welcome to Big Brother, and today I got my hair cut.
Oh, I should have done that. My hair is a mess. I just got out of the shower. So, we missed Sunday's episode. We didn't get to do a podcast on it, so real quick, anything crazy happened Sunday that you guys wanted to address?
I think this is... Well, I thought this week's Battle of the Blocks seemed pretty much easy. Now that I could figure it out, you could play human chess in that way. You just gotta go by the L's, and you could have moves and stuff. Mm-hmm. And Jocasta and... Who was on the block with Jocasta? Jocasta and Amber, I believe it was. Jocasta and Amber battled it through and won the Battle of the Block, dethroning Frankie. And speaking of which, before I go any further, public announcement here from what I've read on the live feeds. Frankie Grande's grandfather passed away. I think it was either today or this week. So my deepest sympathies to the Grande family, including Frankie's sister Ariana Grande, and my sympathies to Frankie too. I know you're going to pull through this time. Just don't let it affect your gameplay.
Yeah, that's rough. It really depends on how close he was to his grandfather too.
I don't think he's going to leave the game, though. I think he's going to stay there because I've read on the live feeds that he's not leaving.
Okay. Yeah, that's his choice. I can't say whether that's good or bad. But, because we know something had happened a few seasons ago. What was it, season 12? Or 14 or something, when Evil Dick came back. And
That was season 13. He left the game, and Danielle was left. She wasn't without a partner. I forgot who went up in Evil Dick's place.
Yeah, but they never, even to this day, we don't know why Evil Dick ended up leaving. So,
yeah, it's to remain a mystery. But I thought the Battle of the Block was pretty cool, actually. I thought, now that it left Cody as the remaining HOH, but now he was up in a pretty high-pressured spot. And either way, he knew he was going to kind of get some blood on his hands. What did you think based on his... Now I'm asking the question. I'm asking my two hosts the decision here. What do you think of his decision? Instead of putting Caleb up to backdoor him, what would you think... what would you base your opinion on his decision for nominating Donnie as a replacement? To go up as a pawn, at least.
Probably the dumbest movie he's made so far in the game.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it doesn't appear. I mean, the house would be really smart to vote Donnie out now. They really would.
See, the issue I have with it is this: as I absolutely hate when an entire season of Big Brother is dominated by one person. Like last year it was
team.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Well, last year it was Amanda. This year it's that cop dude.
Derek?
Can't think of it. Derek, yeah. He's basically controlling the entire game. Like people, he tells people what to do and they do it.
He's not so blatant in your face as like Amanda.
Right,
No.
but he's still like manipulative. Dude absolutely decided, 100%. I'm putting Caleb up. This is my reasons. These are my personal reasons. It's my HOH. I'm doing this. And dude just went up there and was like, no, man, do this instead. It's, beneficial to us, not you. And he did it.
Even Frankie was telling him, get a hold of yourself. Don't put Caleb up. That's a big mistake.
Yeah.
I think Frankie's getting a little too far ahead of himself.
Yeah.
Too full of himself.
Well,
he is. I do have sympathy for him for the passing of his grandfather, but I don't like the fact that he thinks he's all that, and you could tell he's not a friendly person. Like
Frankie is all that, and a bag of chips.
A bag of chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a new one for me.
No, it's actually a really old one. That's from the 90s.
Stand for specifically.
You're all that and a bag of chips.
Okay, I get it. And Zach, I mean, what is going on in that skull of yours? You're getting America confused. He wins. I knew this is called the White Elephant Veto Competition, where you could trade the prizes in and stuff like that. That was the name I was trying to think of for it. And he wins the Germany vacation prize, and he goes, any single ladies out there, you want to join me, come right ahead. But then he's like, oh yeah, I'm taking Frankie. I'm like, make up your mind. I mean,
well, then he said in the diary room, he said that he's taking.
Yeah, he's just playing with Frankie.
Yeah.
You know, he was saying in the diary room, any single ladies out there in America want to go with me, let me know.
Yeah.
But out there, when they was like, I forget who the guy was, but one of the guys was like, I'll go, I'll be your girlfriend. And then Frankie's like, no, I'm his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm taking Frankie.
Yeah, come on. I mean, spill it already. Spill it, Zach. I mean, are you in a showmance with this guy or not?
Speaking of which, those penalties on that game were pretty rough. Like, Nicole got it the best, right? She looks adorable in the Germatard.
The Germatard. I wanted, something, I would take the Germatard over any other punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely wouldn't have done the 2,400 kicks.
No, I would have been like, nope. Especially her, where she's pretty confident that she's going out this week. So why would you put yourself through that if you know you're going out?
You have to follow the rules of the game, otherwise you could be expelled, I guess.
No, the rules were if you didn't do the kicks, then you couldn't play in the veto competition next week.
Right.
But she's going to be voted out anyway, so she's not going to play in the veto.
Oh, okay. I get it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Rough. The Cody's one with the kicking, the penalty kicks.
I like that.
This is the first time I've actually verbally laughed out loud during an episode of Big Brother when I pictured the thing going off in his head and it not actually going off, and then him kicking himself for no reason, and I just laughed. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, because he's hearing the damn thing. I mean, it's kind of better than what Judd had to do last year. Remember, Judd had to go through the drill sergeant moves. Yeah, so I think I would rather take the penalty kicks any day.
But can you imagine, it's gone off so many times that you just start hearing it and you're kicking yourself for no reason.
Because your brain is alerted, that's why.
Now, can you imagine being the guy that has to get over the megaphone and yell penalty kick, right?
Yeah.
And then you're sitting there watching him do it when you didn't yell. And you gotta be like, what is he doing?
Well, if you notice that one time, he was in the middle of, in sleep. Yep. They woke him up. He went out there, did it, got all the way back up to the HOH room, called him to bed, and he hit the button again.
Yeah.
It's like, you serious?
No, he was so mad. He was getting so mad.
It was that split second. He just went back up to the HOH room to go to bed. And then about a minute later, he's just about ready to fall back to sleep. Penalty kick.
Yeah.
I would have been like, this is me. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
So let me ask you guys, if you were in Caleb's position for the contest and you pick any of the prizes on the thing or the veto, whatever, if you guys were in the house, what would you have picked?
If I was the HOH, I don't think I would have taken the veto. I would have let Victoria keep it to save herself because she's not the target this week. Brittany is, but if I wasn't the HOH, I would have taken the veto to save myself if I was a nominee. That's my opinion.
But what if you were Caleb? Let's just replace you with Caleb. That's you. What would you have done in his position?
Oh, if I were Caleb. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Cody. If I was Caleb, I would have taken the veto because taking the $5,000, that was a pretty stupid move, in my opinion.
Is it?
No, I would have taken the money.
Well, yeah, but if I knew
really,
I was kind of target, I would have saved myself. Or kept myself safe from going up as a replacement nominee, because you don't know what was going on through Cody's mind at that time.
Yeah, I mean, it would come down to, I guess, the trip to Germany or the money for me. But with the money, if you really want to go to Germany that bad, you can pay for it yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
So I probably would have done exactly what Caleb did, and the house would probably be equally as mad at me.
Exactly. Yeah, there was something else. Man, I wish I could remember these people's names. The one that's like seriously addicted to Amber.
Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb. Yeah, he got that 5,000. He went. I saw this on one of the spoiler sites. He went to the diary room and asked production to trade that in for a cruise to Atlantis in Mexico, and he wants to take him and Amber with him.
He's not getting it through his thick skull. I mean, it's like
okay.
Yeah, production told him no. They said if you want to do that, you can spend your own money after you get out, but we're not doing that.
Yeah, like what is it with Caleb? I mean, he is so obsessed with Amber. It's like Steve Urkel's obsessed with Laura Winslow.
Yeah.
I mean,
not too sure.
I don't know.
Which one of the girls in the house is married? I forget.
Brittany, I think.
No, Brittany's a single mother of three.
Yeah, she's a single mother. One is currently married.
Jocasta.
Is it Christine? I think it's Christine.
Christine is married, but I think Jocasta is too.
All right, Christine has been cuddling in bed with Cody. And her husband punched the TV and broke his hand. Or that's the rumor going around. Anyway, I saw Evil Dick commenting on it on Twitter. Somebody tweeted it to him with a picture of the dude with his broken hand. I don't know if it was some random dude's broken hand, but that's the story that's going around anyway.
Well,
so I can't verify 100%, but it sounds pretty likely. Like I really wouldn't put it past, because they said that the internet was tweeting in, like, so that's in your face all the time. So I could totally see that. I'm gonna actually skim Evil Dick's Twitter right now. Oh, here it is. It says, let's see.
Oh, come on, that's bullshit. That looks so fake. I could see it from my end.
Let's see. It started off, it says my BB16 photo shoot wish lists, a bunch of people, whatever. Then Evil Dick goes, how about Joey's tampon string? And wait, no, Christine. Christopher Villegas responded, says, hey Dick, you hear that Christine's hubby is not happy about her cuddling sessions with Cody, telling fans not to retweet him about it. He even broke his hand from punching Cody on the TV screen, and then shows a picture of it in the cast. And let me see if I can pull this up real quick.
Okay, but do you really, but how do you know that that's true?
You don't for sure, but I wouldn't put it past it either.
Wait, was she cuddling with Cody?
Yeah.
Wow, and she's married. I mean, what are these people thinking when they go into the game here? You're married. I mean, come on now. Sounds something like what Kristen from Big Brother 12 did. She had a boyfriend back home, and she had a showmance with Hayden.
I just made Luke really small for some reason. Thank you. So there's the picture. Yeah, I did. But yeah, there's the picture there. Supposedly that's Christine's husband's broken hand.
Which we don't know for sure. And aren't you going to make me any bigger?
No.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, gee, thanks, smartass.
I didn't do it on purpose.
I know you didn't. I know.
So.
Also, what about Caleb and Amber's date they had in Big Brother? Did y'all read that story?
No.
I posted it on our group. I didn't know if you saw it or not. He had set up outside an area, like two chairs, a table, like 2 plates of whatever stuff. And he went in there. Huh?
And it was who again?
Caleb and Amber. Went out there and asked her to come out there with him to have a date. And I think it was Frankie that kind of talked her into going and doing it. And she just kind of like, okay, I'm here.
If this is on an After Dark episode, I'll have to watch it.
It was on the live feeds.
Oh,
yeah, but they're gonna have to address it at some point, so it'll either be on the After Dark or the show tomorrow. I would assume.
It was 9:26 p.m. It's on 7/22. All these things have timestamps for the feeds.
Right. Team America has new choices this week for us to vote. One seemed like a really petty thing, hide somebody's clothes and belongings and whatever, and then gets them to physically or verbally blame somebody else in the house.
That's stupid.
Depending on who they do it to, it could be really interesting. But in general, yeah, I agree. The other one was get a big fight to break out during the veto ceremony or the nomination ceremony. Or the head of household. I don't remember what they said. One of those three. Or two of those three, I should say. Which one would you guys prefer?
I'd like to see the argument. That would be epic.
I mean, if Devin was still in the house, we'd be all right.
I think they were doing this one so they try to make sure that they didn't win this time. This is kind of seems like both of them be kind of hard to pull off.
Yeah, they both would be. It's kind of rough. And then especially we have another member of Team America on the block.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah. Brittany's the target, obviously, but they're probably going to do that thing where the house is going to flip the last second, and then you're going to be like, is it Brittany? Is it Donnie? And then they end up still choosing Brittany, but make you think it was Donnie. If they're smart, they would eliminate Donnie. I don't want Donnie to go, but if the house was smart, they'd take Donnie out now.
Agreed.
Well, I don't want Brittany to leave.
No.
I think Brittany kind of deserves to stay more than anyone. I mean, Cody's just pissed off because of what she said. Big deal. He's like, oh yeah, you make me think I'm a womanizer.
Well, she's going around saying, because I don't throw myself at Cody is the reason why. And then she picks Caleb, and it's because he looks yummy in that shirt.
Yeah, well,
right.
I think he personally looks yummy, but I wouldn't have chosen him just for that.
But that was her reasoning. So, like, she's throwing herself at Caleb now, as opposed to Cody.
Yeah, and Caleb's not the HOH, Cody is.
She's still whoring herself out.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yep.
So what do y'all think about all this extra screen time Victoria's getting?
Victoria's been getting a lot of screen time lately. I remembered her name.
Sunday episode, and then in the tonight's episode, she's gotten a lot more screen time.
She has,
and including the After Dark as well.
Nice. Yeah, it cracked me up when Hayden was all like, "Who are you?" No, seriously, who are you?
All right.
Like,
hey, boo, what your name is?
Yeah.
No, seriously, who are you?
No, seriously, what's your name?
Yeah, especially when she comes out in that short thong, kind of like what Amanda did last year in front of McCrae.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh yeah, she coming out looking like a hoochie mama.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was walking around the house too with band-aids over her nipples at one point on the feeds too. Amanda was crazy.
Oh yeah, Amanda was. I don't know. Amanda made a yetus on and everything. You know something? I think on an After Dark episode last year, it showed her and McCrae having sex.
I don't know about that. Do you think the house still thinks that Zach is related to Miranda? Amanda.
If they do still believe that, their plans for Team America are sure playing off right.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether or not they believe it or not. If he obviously told him, but who knows if he spilled the beans? Like, we don't know for sure.
I guess it just continues to watch. You know, we just have to continue to see what it puts on the live feeds.
Right. So Brittany or Donnie are going. I don't want either of them to go, to be completely honest. But if I had to choose between the two of them, I'd rather see Brittany go.
So would I.
Just because Team America. And I'd really love for Donnie to come back and win this whole thing. That would be amazing.
Yeah, you know, I really like to see Donnie in maybe the final four or something.
Yeah, I don't want to see Donnie to leave because he's, really good player and he's a really good guy. And I don't want to see Brittany leave because she's the hottest girl in the house. So, I don't know.
This is also true. Also true.
I don't know. I don't. I'm kind of in the same boat with you guys. I mean, I love everybody in that house. Well, some people, but
Luke also thinks that Brittany is the hottest girl in this house.
No, I don't. I don't swing that way. The hottest guy I think in that house right now is Cody.
Not Donnie?
No.
You wouldn't want to just rub your face in that beard?
No, I'd rather just move my arm. I'd rather just move my hands gingerly down the muscles of Cody or Caleb.
You know how often I hear people saying beards are hot now or whatever.
Well, I don't like a lot of hair. It turns me off. I like the smooth touch. No, but if I had to have female friends in the house, I think since I'm a Christian, I would like to get prayer time with Jocasta, maybe.
No, I want her out.
What?
I want her out.
Okay, that's your opinion, and I respect it.
I'd tell her I'm a devil worshiper.
We did. Oh yeah, we did find out that she's Pentecostal.
That she's what?
Pentecostal.
What's that?
It's a denomination.
Interesting, but isn't she Christian?
Yeah, it's a denomination of Christianity.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'd like to chill with, any of the girls. I think I would like to hang with Nicole or Christine. They're really cool.
Yeah. Nicole, Christine, Amber, Brittany would be the girls I'd like to hang out with. Victoria I want nothing to do with.
Right.
Yeah.
What did y'all think about that whole Victoria bed situation?
With girls, trust me.
The Victoria bed situation last Sunday was hysterical.
Yeah, that was so immature, but it was epic.
It was funny because they were all sitting there arguing about it, and then as they were walking away, Nicole was like, "I'll sleep with you. You don't bother me."
Yeah,
and the other girl just jumped in it like, wait a minute. That means she's saying that I'm saying that they're bothering me and
well, it was because Nicole had originally said that she wanted nothing to do with it, and then she flips her thing in front of Victoria and makes them all look bad. So
right.
I understood it, but yeah, it was still petty.
Yeah, it was just really funny. Right there at the end, everybody's trying to be in her bed because none of them want to be seen as worse than the others. It's let it go.
So I'm like, come on now, children, grow up. This isn't kindergarten. Nap time's over.
Right.
And I guess the last thing that I could think of to touch on was not tonight, but Sunday. Which was the head of household competition itself. Were you guys surprised that Frankie and Cody were able to come back from such a deficit? They were 3-4 eggs behind at one point.
Yeah, they were, but I guess they're very good competing people. They're very good competitors.
Well, they, their strategy worked where instead of running one egg through, they were running two.
Yeah, so they kind of got ahead of it.
While the one person was running their egg, the other person's running it and waiting for them to pick it up. And then they'd pick it up, and the next person would start their egg, and they were just running faster than everybody.
Yeah. Right. Smart. It was very smart. And, Zach and, was it Nicole?
Yeah, Zach and Nicole, yeah.
Nicole was going, and they were, closing in on, one of their eggs or whatever. I think it was, their final egg. It was the 9th egg or something like that. And she's he passes it to her, and then she passes it back, and he passes it to her, and they're on that home stretch thing or whatever.
Yeah.
If that was me, I would have already been starting on an egg in case she dropped it. What happens if she dropped it? Then they're behind, and they're behind all the time he waited on. Even though you're doing your 10th egg, you should still be running another egg.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, not good play. Not good play.
Yeah, especially if you're going through the deviled eggs.
Oh, those puns. So many puns that episode. It's egg-citing.
Yeah, it is egg-citing and exhilarating.
Crack under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
That was Frankie's.
Right.
That was
Frankie's. And what's her name kept dropping eggs? Was it Victoria?
Yeah.
Victoria just kept dropping egg after egg after egg after egg. I'm like, girl, come on.
That was funny. I chuckled inside. It was one of those internal laughters. But I said before, the only time this season that's actually made me laugh out loud was when Cody just like, I just pictured him saying,
because he was hearing
I just kicked myself for no reason because the buzzer didn't even go off.
Yeah, or the whistle, yeah, whatever. He's like, okay, am I losing it? I must be losing my mind, and I'm exhausted.
I can only imagine production, like, sitting there in the background going, what is he doing?
Yeah, like, like he said, I'm so tired, I don't know if I'm hearing things or if I'm, just whatever.
It'd been funny if they were watching him.
It would be funny.
And say he did it and they know they didn't push the button. And so he did it. He walks away, and as he gets like 5 steps away or whatever, they push the button, so he's got to turn around and do it again.
Yeah, that would be something epic to watch. I would pay big bucks to see that.
No,
it's like, wait a minute, I just did that.
I was just thinking, like, certain seasons and stuff. Like, I know Big Brother 8 had it's usually the red room. I don't know what they're calling it this year, with the room with the couches and the mirrors and everything in it. They had like a fortune teller one episode, then they had like a crane or one season, then they had a prize crane like another season. There doesn't seem like there's anything there, so like, and they made a big deal about like other seasons, like the house had certain things, like certain amount of chairs, certain amount of balls in a dish, certain this, certain that. It doesn't seem like there's anything in the house that stands out like that for that kind of competition, where they have to try to remember stuff that's in the house.
Right.
So I don't know
if they want to do something like that. That'll just pop up one day.
No, but like the other ones that they've done, where it's like, how many of these are in the house? That's stuff that was in the house when it started.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure like that crane machine.
Yeah, those
crane machine one year that just randomly appeared one day, and then like 3 days later they found out why.
But, I thought it was there the whole time. I could be wrong. But I'm starting to think that it's leaning more toward the Pandora's box to come back. So,
do you think we're going to get a Pandora's box this year?
I think we are, because I don't see anything else in the house really that's like a surprise at this point. Like I said, all these other competitions or challenges or stuff that used to exist, I don't see it. So I feel like it's going to make its return.
Yeah,
so
and that
first I think they would have to get rid of the double HOH twist, because you have to admit the back HOH room, that has to have been where Pandora's box was,
right?
And where the coach's suite was during the coaching season, Big Brother 14.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. How many more episodes do you think we're gonna go for, or weeks, I should say? How many more weeks do you think we're gonna go for double eviction?
I want to give it another 2 weeks.
Generally, ain't it usually past the 5th one?
All right, I mean 2 people on the block. That whole twist. I don't mean the double eviction. The double eviction is coming soon.
This is probably going to be the last one, I think. This is going to be the last battle of the block.
Double, head of household.
They'll push it. They'll push it until they can't reliably sustain it, because they're already. I want to see them continue it until they have to, out of pure numbers, nominate their own alliance.
5 people in the house makes it impossible to do.
Well, no, I don't mean like that. I mean like right now they have the whole 5 people alliance, and they were already saying, well, I would have to nominate Donnie because I don't have anybody else I can nominate.
Right.
Let it go a few more weeks. That way they have to nominate.
It would have to be a minimum of week 7, because the way you'd have 2 head of households, right? So there's 2 people there. Then you have 4 nominees, so that's 6. And then you need at least 1 person to vote. So the minimum that they could do it at is 7, and it would be that 1 person that they didn't pick is the deciding vote. So I have a feeling it's not going to go all the way to 7 people left, but it could.
Right.
So double eviction, I think that's something that's going to happen definitely this season. It happens, I think, every season.
It does. It's down the road.
I would not be surprised to see it within the next 2 weeks.
Neither would I.
It'd probably be 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. So, I think that about wraps this up. You guys have anything else you would like to add?
Just my usual. Be a fly on the wall inside the Big Brother house. Watch the house guests anytime with the live feed on CBS.com. All day, all night. Who will be evicted from the Big Brother house? Donnie, or Brittany, and the battle's up for grabs in the Battle of the HOH. It all happens live tomorrow night, 9/8 Central on Big Brother.
Excellent, excellent. Erika, anything else you'd like to add?
Not really. I've just been watching this activity tracker. It seems like a lot of people are really active, and some of them just do nothing.
Yeah, they're just blah.
Yeah. Victoria, I'm sure, is on that list.
She is second from the bottom.
Ooh, second from the bottom. Let me guess. Ooh. Jocasta or Donnie? Jocasta, Donnie, Jocasta.
No, Jocasta's 11th. Nicole is actually on the bottom.
Oh.
Donnie is 9th.
Yeah, I figured Jocasta would have been like really inactive because of all that time that she spent sick and wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
I figured that would have factored in her. Who's number one and the most active? It's got to be Cody, Caleb, or Hayden.
Overall, most active is Brittany.
Wow.
Because, well, I'm sure that 2,400 kicks factors a lot into it.
Mm.
And
so who's number
most
two?
active, Devin.
Who's number two that's still in the house?
Cody.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. What's weird is they actually have their move-in weight and move-out weight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Devin gained 20 pounds while in the house.
Wow.
What?
Well, maybe 15, because it's move-in weight 239, move-out weight 252.
Wow.
Whoa, baby.
Wow. Yeah. Erika, where can the people find you?
Is that Twitter at ErikaRain7?
Yeah. Luke, where can the people find you?
The people can find me also on my Twitter at Zuba23.
Excellent, excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. I'm trying the bouncy ball, but it's so hard. Like, I
hit it right.
I did, but to go fast, I mean, it's difficult.
Just have to point at the camera.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that works. You can find us all on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. And till tomorrow night, which we will probably be doing our show live Friday night. So until then, see you guys later.
From outside the Big Brother house, I'm Luke. Good night.